It's hard to smile when your heart feels heavy. Sometimes silence is not peace, it's fear. My name is Lily Morgan. I live in Cleveland, Ohio. I am 14 years old. I go to middle school. I used to love school. I used to talk a lot. I like to raise my hand. I like to answer questions. I like to help others. But now, I don't talk. Not in class, not at lunch, not even with my friends. It started last year. I changed schools. Everything felt new. The halls were big. The kids were loud. I felt small. I didn't know anyone. I sat alone at lunch. No one talked to me. No one smiled, but I still tried. I said hi to a girl. She looked at me and laughed. Then she walked away. One day in class, I answered a question. My voice was a little shaky. Some kids giggled. I felt my face turn red. After class, I heard them. She sounds so weird. Is she trying to be smart? She thinks she's better than us. I wanted to cry, but I didn't. I went home. I wrote in my diary. That night I told Mom, school is fine. But school wasn't fine. I just didn't want her to worry. The next day, a boy in my class looked at me. He whispered something to his friend. They both laughed. Then he said it louder. Lily, the robot. She talks like a robot. Everyone laughed. I froze. I didn't know what to do. My heart beat fast. My hands felt cold. I wanted to disappear. After that, I stopped raising my hand. I stopped talking. I ate lunch alone. I read books instead. Books didn't laugh at me. Books didn't make fun of me. One girl was nice. Her name was Sarah. She sat next to me once. She said, "Hi, I like your notebook." I smiled. I said, "Thanks." But then I saw her friends. They looked at us. They gave her a mean look. Sarah got up. She walked away. She never sat with me again. After that, I gave up. No more trying. No more talking. I thought, if I stay quiet, maybe they will leave me alone. But silence is not peace. Silence is lonely. Silence is heavy. I carried it every day. Teachers didn't notice. Or maybe they did, but they were too busy. I walked through the halls like a ghost. No one saw me. No one asked if I was okay. One day I had a panic attack. A group of kids blocked my way in the hallway. They said, "Weo, where are you going, little robot?" They laughed. I dropped my books. They laughed more. I couldn't breathe. My chest hurt. Everything felt blurry. A teacher saw me. She helped me stand. She said, "Are you all right?" I nodded, but I wasn't all right. That day I went home early. I sat in my room. I looked in the mirror. I said to myself, why me? What did I do wrong? Tears came, lots of them. I cried for a long time. My pillow was wet. My heart felt broken. That night, I didn't eat dinner. I didn't talk to Mom. She asked, "Lily, are you okay?" I said, "I'm tired." She touched my head. She kissed my forehead, but I didn't feel better. I wanted to scream. I wanted to ask, why do they hate me? Why don't I have friends? But the words were stuck, like a rock in my throat. I opened my diary. I wrote, "Today, They laughed again. I want to talk. I really do, but I'm scared. Every time I try, I get hurt. Maybe I'm not strong. Maybe I'm just invisible. I closed the diary. I hugged it close. It was the only one who listened. I lay in bed. I looked at the ceiling. I wished for one thing. Not to be popular, not to be cool, just to be safe. Safe to speak, safe to smile, safe to be me. I wanted to be small so no one could see me. But I also wanted someone to notice I was hurting. The next morning, I didn't want to get up. My alarm rang. I turned it off. I pulled the blanket over my head. I wished I could disappear. I wished I could stay home forever. But Mom knocked on the door. She said, "Lily, it's time for school." I didn't answer. She opened the door. She looked at me. I looked away. "Lily," she said softly, "is something wrong?" I wanted to tell her, but my mouth stayed shut. My lips felt heavy, like they didn't want to move. She sat beside me. She held my hand. She said, "You don't have to pretend. I can see you're not okay." Her voice was kind. Her eyes looked sad. Still, I said nothing. At school, I walked slowly. I hoped no one would see me. I sat in the back of the class. I kept my head down. The teacher said, "Lily, do you want to read the next line?" My heart jumped. Everyone looked at me. I shook my head. "No," I whispered. A few kids smiled in a mean way. The teacher just nodded. She moved on. I felt a tear coming. I held it back. Not here, not now. After class, I ran to the bathroom. I locked the stall. I sat down. I cried, softly, so no one could hear. I looked at my shoes. I thought, why do I always feel so scared? Why can't I be like the other girls? They talk, they laugh, they shine. Then I heard someone enter. Footsteps. A girl's voice. She said, "Is someone in here?" I stayed quiet. She knocked on the door. "Hey, are you okay?" I didn't answer, but my crying got louder. I couldn't stop. The girl waited, then she said, "My name's Jessica. You don't have to talk, but if you need help, I'm here." Then she left. I stayed in the stall a little longer. Then I wiped my face. I looked in the mirror. My eyes were red. My cheeks were wet. But something felt different in me. Someone noticed me. Someone was kind. That night I wrote in my diary. A girl named Jessica spoke to me. She didn't laugh. She didn't judge. She just asked if I was okay. I didn't talk to her, but maybe next time I will. The next day I looked for her. Jessica, I saw her in the hallway. She smiled at me. I wanted to smile back, but I was scared. At lunch, I sat in my usual spot, alone. Then Jessica walked over. She asked, "Can I sit with you?" I looked around. My heart was racing. No one had ever asked me that before. I nodded. She sat down. She opened her lunch. For a minute, we just ate. Quiet. Peaceful. Then she said, "I used to be shy too." I looked at her. She smiled again, a real smile. She said, "People can be mean, but they don't know you. You seem really nice." Tears came to my eyes. I looked down. "I don't know how to talk anymore, you right?" I whispered. She nodded. It's okay. You don't have to talk right now. Just sit with me. That's enough. That day I felt something. A small light inside me, like a tiny flame, not big, but warm and new. After school, Mom asked me, how was your day? I paused. Then I said, I sat with someone at lunch. Mom looked surprised. Then she smiled. A friend? I shrugged. Maybe. I went to my room. I opened my diary. Today, I sat with someone. Her name is Jessica. She smiled at me. She didn't make fun of me. She just listened. It felt safe. That night, I stood in front of the mirror again. I looked at my face. I said softly, "You're not invisible." It was the first time I believed it a little. Healing doesn't happen fast, but one kind word can open a locked heart. I still don't talk much at school, not like I used to, but something is changing. Inside me, it started with Jessica. One girl, one kind voice. We eat lunch together now. Not every day, but most days. Sometimes we talk, sometimes we just sit, and that's okay. One day she asked, "Why are you so quiet?" I didn't know what to say. My hands felt cold, my throat closed, but she waited. She didn't rush me. She just looked at me with soft eyes. So I tried. I said, "Kids made fun of me." She nodded. "I know, I've seen them. That's not your fault." My eyes got wet, but I didn't hide them this time. I told her more, little by little, about the robot name, about the giggles, about feeling like a ghost. She listened, every word, and then she said something I will never forget. "You don't need to be loud to be strong. Your silence speaks too," and I hear it. Daya priyatsaka, naitis tekobiyamite. I wrote in my diary, Rawar. Jessica sees me, not like the others. She doesn't look through me. She looks at me, and maybe, just maybe, I can start looking at myself again, too. The next week, a boy dropped his books in the hall. Kids laughed. For the first time, I stepped forward. I helped him pick them up. He looked surprised. Then he smiled. "Thanks," he said. I nodded. I didn't say much, but I said something. That small moment felt big. One day in class, the teacher said, "We need someone to read the poem out loud." I looked down, but then I felt a hand tap my arm. "Jessica," she whispered, "you can do it." My heart beat fast. My palms were wet. But I raised my hand. The teacher looked shocked. "Lily, would you like to read?" I nodded. She gave me the paper. I stood up. My voice shook at first, but I kept going, line by line. My voice got stronger, not loud, but clear. When I finished, the room was quiet. Then the teacher smiled. "Thank you, Lily," she said. Jessica gave me a thumbs up. I felt proud. I really did. I went home smiling. Mom saw my face. She said, "You look different today, T." Said, I read in class, like she gasped. "Lily, I'm so proud of you." She hugged me tight. I didn't pull away. I hugged her back. That night I wrote, "Today I used my voice. It was small, but it was mine. And it was strong. Things are not perfect. Some kids still laugh. Some still whisper. But now I don't feel as alone. Jessica sits with me, and sometimes others join too. One girl said, "I like your drawing." Another said, You're really good at writing." Slowly, I'm coming back. Not the old me, but a new me, a quieter me, a stronger me. I still don't talk a lot, and that's okay because now when I do speak, I speak with meaning. My words matter, even if they're few. Sometimes I still get scared, I still freeze, but now I breathe. I count to 5, and I try again. At night, I still write. My diary is full, full of fear, full of hope, full of me. One day I want to help someone else, someone quiet like me. I want to say to her, I see you. You're not alone. Your voice matters, even if it's soft. Because I know now, silence isn't weakness. It's a kind of strength. It's pain turned into stillness. And with care, stillness can grow into courage. Thank you for being here with me today. If you felt something in your heart, please like and subscribe. It means more than you know.